The world is much more financially complicated than it was even 50 years ago. Aren't you amazed at how most people go through the educational system and barely learn anything about personal finance? Those are core skills everyone needs to get through life. If you want to be successful in any area of life, you should be a continuous lifelong learner. Understanding how money works and how to maximize your financial resources should be near the top of the learning list. Financial literacy is simply learning to be a good steward of your financial resources. It consists of three major things: basic money handling skills, current economic conditions, and mastering your own needs, wants, and personality. Learning these lessons now can avoid costly mistakes in the future. I had to get mine through studying various fields, doing a lot of reading and courses, and watching videos like this one. Welcome to All Round Growth YouTube channel, where we lay the building blocks for sustainable all-round growth. If you've not subscribed to our channel, please click the subscribe button and do not forget to click the notification bell too, so you don't miss out on our future uploads. In this video, I'm going to go over 5 money skills schools don't teach you. 1. Investing. Sometimes savings and investing get conflated, but they are very different. Saving is something you are doing for a specific goal, normally over a shorter period of time, while investing is for your future consumption. This means you need to get your savings in order to be in the position to invest. Investing simply refers to putting money into an asset with the expectation that its value will grow over time. When you invest your money into assets, you have the ability to reap incredible gains over the long term. While you can lose money as an investor, you're guaranteed to lose money if you keep it in the bank, as inflation will gradually eat it alive. Also, school will not teach you that when it comes to investing, you are the most valuable asset. You also need to invest in yourself, your skills, and your health as much as possible. Chances are your entire financial plan is reliant on your ability to get up and go to work, your human capital. 2. Record keeping and tracking. Most people don't know their financial state because they don't track everything. Every dime you make and every dime you spend should be tracked on a spreadsheet. Keeping track of your income and expenses will give you a better idea of your current financial status and ways to improve. Tracking everything will make you more conscious of every future expense. You realize some expenses aren't worth it at all, and there might be necessary adjustments you need to make. 3. Managing debt. One financial skill you need to learn is how to manage debt and how to differentiate a good debt from a bad debt. School will not teach you this. Now, what's a good debt? Good debt tends to be secured on the value of an asset that can grow over time. So really, you're taking out leverage in the hope it will increase your net worth for the future. Does that mean you are guaranteed no risk? Of course not, but you're paying interest and getting something back in return, the expected growth of the asset. On the other hand, bad debt is generally unsecured debt that has no real purpose apart from allowing you to purchase whatever it is at the outset. The problem with bad debt is that it starts small but compounds. Let's be clear, this is dead money. You gain nothing from it. You're making the bank rich at your expense. What do you get at the end? Nothing. Here's one rule when it comes to debt management. If you can't pay off the debt, don't take it. Taking on debt is the surest way to cripple your finances, with the exception of good debt such as mortgage, where you get an asset or the opportunity to earn returns that beats the interest of your debts. Getting out of debt can be extremely difficult, especially for those who are already struggling to make ends meet. This is one of the most important lessons to learn early on. 4. Delayed gratification. Delayed gratification can change your financial future. Personal finance is much more about behavior and mindset than money and math. It takes self-awareness and discipline to walk into a store and only purchase the one item we went there for. We're not always rational when it comes to money, and we must understand ourselves well enough to counteract it. The principle of delayed gratification is very important to be savvy with money. We live in a fast transacting world where we can get nearly anything in 24 hours, but building real wealth is still a slow, methodical process. Even though you may want something now and pull out the credit card, it's almost always a better idea to wait and pay cash. People who build their delayed gratification muscles and sacrifice immediate wants for the long-term benefits are the true winners when it comes to money. 5. Budgeting. Budgeting is one of the most important skills anyone can learn, yet you barely hear a peep about it while you're in school. Creating a budget is a vital personal finance skill that involves keeping track of one's income and expenses. The process of budgeting requires you to analyze and even change your spending habits to be able to live within your means while setting aside money to pay down debts or save for emergencies or big-ticket purchases. If you don't know how much you can safely spend and save each month, you can easily go into debt or fail to meet long-term saving goals like retirement. Budgeting is an important tool because having a defined budget is often regarded as the first step towards achieving financial wellness. Making a budget gives you control of your money and can help you prioritize what's worth spending your hard-earned money on. I'll also like to add these bonus points. Live within your means. Here's another must-have practical money skill. Don't buy something you can't afford, especially if you have other important bills to pay. Maybe that gold watch looks really good on you, but is it still within your budget? If not, then you can leave it at the store and come back for it when the time is right. Living below your means makes it easier to achieve financial freedom, and you will appreciate the important things in life. People who live beyond their means tend to spend on goods they'll forget about later. Living below your means makes your cost of living easier to achieve, while leaving the amount of leftover money you can invest in your portfolio. Have you noticed that most of today's millionaires don't look like one? Most of them don't have the big fancy houses or the exotic sports cars. Most of them live surprisingly humble lives. As a matter of fact, there are millionaires who lived extremely humble lives so they could donate most of their fortunes to worthy causes. So hone this skill, save and invest more. If you can't afford it, let it go. And even when you can afford it, ask yourself some valuable questions like, is this necessary? Do I want it or need it? Finally, never buy stuff just to impress others. I know we want attention. We appreciate it when people notice us and we feel like we're part of a community. But buying expensive phones, fashion accessories, and other material things just to boost your ego is a grave mistake. If people appreciate you more for the stuff you have than for who you are as a person, then you need new friends and different priorities for how you use your money. When people don't know better, they don't do better. Personal finance is such an important part of life that I can't believe we don't teach students more about money in school. When you really think about it, it's no wonder household debt levels are at all-time highs. I understand it might be frustrating to deal with the undesirable effect of financial mistakes from the past, but we can all learn from our experiences. In addition to this video, here are sources I would recommend. Principles of Economics by Manqui, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Kiyosaki, Cash Flow Quadrant by Kiyosaki, Guide to Investing by Kiyosaki, Buffettology by Buffett, The Intelligent Investor by Graham, A Random Walk Down Wall Street by Macchiel, and more. Again, it's never too late for you to develop a solid financial plan. Try some of the tips we've discussed above and let us know which works best for you. Also, I think it would be nice if we can make a positive difference in our students' financial future now by teaching our children financial basics and to advocate for more financial education in schools. What do you think? Feel free to share your comments below. We would really appreciate it if you can share this video, subscribe, and be part of our growth. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video inspires you towards achieving your financial goals. Until next time, stay safe and keep improving.